That is why the whole world has adopted this liberalism that we're in. It's not primarily the, like, if you listen to a Marxist or a socialist, it's capital. It's, Wall Street, right? It's not capital or Wall Street or Moscow. It is what we're talking about. It is these globalist institutions that have been set up, and that's not different from or antithetical to what Moses Hess talks about. It's the same. That's what I'm trying to tell you. World revolution, world socialism, and world capitalism are all part of the same strategy. They're identical. So it's not Marxist socialists versus the free market libertarians. Marx taught free market. He says at the end of history, the state goes away and we're all libertarian. Marx is a libertarian. It's the end of the Christian state. It's the end of the monarchy and the end of the church. That's the real battle. And all of these people that are so important and key thinkers and figures, they can either be monopoly capitalists like David Rockefeller, or Fabian socialists or socialist liberation theologians like Paulo Freire. And what do we find? Oh, they actually all conglomerate at entities like the World Economic Forum, set up by the CIA, influenced by and run by people who are Marxist socialist capitalists like Klaus Schwab. So everybody is all tricked by the labels and the titles, but they're all part of the same thing. Don't worry about the labels. Are you a Marxist socialist or are you a World Economic Forum capitalist? They're working for the same entity. It's the same. And that's what is so hard for people to understand. They cannot figure this out, especially the boomers. People in our audience, people millennial and younger, they can pretty much figure this out. But anybody over like our era, age-wise, they just can't for whatever reason. I think they're raised in the Cold War. They can't figure this out. Now there's some exceptions, right? Dean Arnold, Jim Jatras, they understand all this stuff. Ortho Anglo-Croat. Maybe you do not like to fly, but would you consider conferences in PNW? I don't know what PNW is. Pacific Northwest? There's Rocor parishes all over Washington, Oregon. I'm just saying. I might drive up there. I don't know. We'll see. But doing and setting up conferences is a huge amount of work. So if people put on conferences and invited me, I might be willing to come speak, but I'm not going to set up a conference 2,000 miles away in Oregon or something. I'm not doing that. Evan, $10, but I appreciate your super chat and your support. But anytime people set up conferences, they can ask me potentially to come speak. Yeah. But also another thing that happens too, which is kind of annoying, is like a lot of people that put on conferences, they always ask me to come speak and they want me to do it for free, which I'm sorry, but like especially if I'm traveling, if I'm driving, I'm not going to drive 1,000 miles to something to speak for free.